Nigeria show 3 years ago.
So my question this afternoon is going to relate to young entrepreneurs. Mr. Ambode, earlier you said that you will create a fund for entrepreneurs. So I would like to know, are the funds with zero interest rate? Is it a grant? And if it's coming with an interest rate, at what percentage are you giving?
My intention is to create more jobs. How do I create more jobs? I don't intend to create jobs in Alausa. The only way I can do that is to allow these younger ones have access to finance. They are all talented people. They are very good in entertainment. They are good in arts. They are very creative. They are very innovative. Beyond the fact that we want to create business support centers for them, this financing will allow these younger ones to have access to cheap finance. I don't want to compete with the banks. All I want to do is to allow this money to reflect the economy and then maybe just charge for administrative costs.
I went for that debate specifically to know how the funds will be put to use as a young entrepreneur. That promise was made during the Lagos governorship campaigns of 2015, and the promise has been kept. Governor Ambode, through Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, gives loans to small businesses at a 5% interest rate, the best you would ever find in the country. On this episode, we meet with the man in charge of the day-to-day running of the funds, as he tells us how the journey has been so far. Now, let the show begin. So, Akin, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
I mean, thanks for having us in your office. It's a pleasure being here. 3 years ago, Mr. Ambode, His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, made us promise concerning this Employment Trust Fund. And so, from then to this moment, I started.
So he actually made the promise a bit longer than 2 years ago. So in the run-up to the 2015 gubernatorial election, he promised to set up an employment trust fund primarily to help create jobs for specifically young people, but ultimately the broader base of Lagos residents. So, to realize that, it's been a long journey. So one of the things he very quickly did in 2015, many people don't remember, was to, as soon as he got into office, to put the law that established this fund in place. That law was passed in December of 2015. It was one of the, if not the last law passed in 2015. And by doing that, we were able to get an allocation, a budgetary allocation for the fund's activities. So that by the time we were inaugurated, by the time the board was appointed and inaugurated in March of 2016, we were actually inaugurated with a full subvention of 25 billion, 6.25 billion naira out of the 25 billion he promised to use to start the fund.
Annually?
So it's going to be 6.25 billion annually for a 4-year period.
Okay. So you worked in the private sector.
Correct.
How were you able to transition from that sector to the public sector?
I get asked this question a lot, and I think that people tend to underestimate the quality of people that work in government.
Right.
So they feel that it's a shock, it's a massive transition. With any transition from one organization to the other, it comes with new challenges, it comes with settling issues, etc. But I don't think that it's remarkably different from transiting from one private sector institution to another. Of course, with government, there are processes and procedures they have to follow. So it's also learning what those processes are. But when I worked at Stanbic IBTC, we also had processes that when I joined the institution I had to learn. But I think for me the biggest challenge here isn't really the private sector to public sector shift. It's really the challenge and excitement that comes with starting something from scratch.
Yes.
So I mean, we consider this as like a startup business. You know, when we were inaugurated, there was just a board and the law.
Right.
There was pretty much nothing else. You know, so we had to build everything from the strategy to the governance charter that ensures that we run this institution transparently, to the human resource policy, to the risk policies, to the programs, to recruiting the people. And I always say, I mean, I always say to people, it's very interesting. I think there were just 2 employees here, and it was just me and my executive assistant.
Wow.
And I mean, the office we started out in, which was a workspace somewhere in GRA, was probably like a third of the size of what is now my office.
Wow. So that's been the progress. Now, as the executive secretary, what are your job roles day to day?
I mean, to be honest, you know, I also say that, look, every day I've had this habit of putting a to-do list down. So every day when I leave the office, I put a list down of the things I'm coming to do the following day. And in the course of the evening, when I remember something, I take out my notebook and I add it to it. But what you find is that when you get in here, like 60% of that to-do list you've got to pack, right? Because every day comes with its own surprises. So, I mean, day to day, when we started, initially it was sort of setting up an office, you know, finding this space, renovating it, putting it together, hiring the team, etc. Those were the setup, you know, requirements at the time, working on the strategy and governance documents with the board. But when all that was done, and we had a full complement of staff, I mean, I like to say at the end of the day, I'm just like the quarterback here.
Right.
So my role is to help everyone here solve their problems, to remove any bottlenecks they have to ensure they can do their jobs properly. So I mean, I think I did the list around here.
Okay.
We've got a great team. So they all, I mean, it's an excellent team. So it actually makes my life a lot easier. But a lot of what I do today is, you know, just monitoring that the programs are going on as we've planned, and stakeholder engagement, ensuring that our stakeholders are carried along, visiting communities, letting them know what we do here, ensuring that the programs are running well, meeting with our stakeholders, meeting with other government parastatals, and just generally ensuring that we're delivering the mandate of the people.
Make my osupe orimio jekingo keodo.
Egusi, ogbono, stockfish, crayfish, so on and so forth. When I started the business, there was money, the business was moving fine, but along the line, things move somehow. So there's no more money to put in the business. This year will make me 3 years. I have children, 4. They go to school, they eat, and we pay their school fees also. At times I say 1,000, at times 2 something, depends at the market front. This pepper is 10 naira, Cameroon pepper. They call it Cameroon pepper. So we sell it 10 naira. And this one is small pepper. Cup of it is 200 naira. And this stockfish is 50 naira. This one is 200 naira. This one is 20 naira. And this crayfish is 50 naira. This egusi, this cup inside this egusi is 100 naira. This one is 200 naira. This cup is 50 naira. Then this cup in Abolo is 200 naira. This here is 400. Then the cup in Abolo is 400. Then this bottle of groundnut oil is 450. The same thing with the red oil. I need to buy these things in a big quantity and still need more things to add on it. I will buy the big stockfish, the head one, big one, and the some. There is the one that they call hands. That is the full stockfish, and the spaghetti, semo, with all those things. But if I see any amount of money, I will put on it. Then from there, this market will be growing up.
50,000 naira.
Take yours. Yes, and God bless that appreciate. Thank you, sweet help, Niger. Thank you.
So far, how many businesses have benefited from the road?
So as of today, we've actually approved loans to about 5,200 businesses. But from when we approve a loan for you to when you get the money, you've got to meet some basic requirements.
Okay.
As of today, of those 5,200 businesses, about 3,300 have actually received their funding from us.
Okay. So what are the requirements?
So I mean, our requirements are not very. We've tried not to make it onerous. Primarily, you've got to be a resident of Lagos State, so you have to show us a LASRA card. Let us have a LASRA ID. If you're a new business, you must register to pay taxes.
Okay.
If you've been running your business, you must show us evidence you've been paying taxes.
Okay.
So tax registration and tax compliance is very important, and that's both personal and company taxes.
Okay.
You've got to demonstrate how you intend to pay us back,
Right.
How you intend to spend the money, what you want to spend it on. For most of the people, you've got to show us your bank statements,
Okay.
Evidence that what you say you make is indeed what you make.
Right.
You've got to show us or give us guarantors who, in the event you're unable to repay, we can call on to pay that loan on your behalf.
Okay.
And your guarantors must, of course, be people who are also registered to live in Lagos, so they must have their LASRA registration,
Okay.
and they must show that they are able to pay the loan in the event that you are unable to do so. You must also give us a copy of a government-issued identity card. It could be your national ID, it could be your national passport, it could be a driver's license, and it could be a permanent voter's card.
Next time on Game Changers Nigeria show.
It's very important the people you work with.
Right.
And I mean, when I met Mr. Ambode, I was very, very clear that His Excellency was very clear in his vision of what he wants Lagos to look like. And I felt that there was enough commitment, a lot of commitment from him to take on fresh.